Hey, it's Skay here, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Plus Side Stories. So far, we've done 2 sections. We just finished Understanding, and now we're moving on to Respect. And wow, this is taking a toll on my voice, but I'm gonna keep going. Not gonna lie, these videos are kind of turning into a try not to have feels challenge, which so far I have been winning. I would like you to know. It's just my voice is tired. That's all it is. There's nothing else happening at all, I would like to remind you. Yeah. Anyway, let's get going. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. Through their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monika, Saori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Saori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Saori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the club room door opening, and in walks a girl none of them have seen before. Hi. She has a theme tune now? What is this? Saori tugs excitedly at Monika's sleeve. Yuri shifts in her seat and buries her eyes in a book. Are you here for the literature club? Yeah. Yay, that's great. Thanks for stopping by. Kind of a small club still. It's really exciting to see new faces. Yeah. Come and sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk. So how are they gonna get Natsuki in tears, I wonder? Probably something to do with issues at home. That's gonna be my guess. But we'll find out. Saori prances over to her desk and presses her palms onto it. Oh, and Yuri, can you make some tea? Yuri looks up at Saori in protest for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone and sits down next to Saori. Monika follows by sitting nearby. The sudden gatherings prompt Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay then, how about we introduce ourselves? Okay, well, I'm Monika. I'm the one who started this club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing or reading or whatever other kind of literature. You know, I kind of figured it was your club. You have that vibe. What vibe? Oh, you know, like, never mind. I'm not gonna judge people who just met like that. Very adult-like of you. I always judge people so hard. Oh no you don't, Saori. Yes she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. I'm sorry. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry. Oh yeah? Very adult-like of you. I'm an adult. The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the room. Oh, that's Yuri. Sayori lowers her voice. She's kind of shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. And my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. Oh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough? Or maybe chocolate. It's cookie dough. And Monika's is probably vanilla. What the heck? I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate. What's Yuri's favorite? Natsuki shrugs. Probably green tea. I'm just joking, I have no idea for Yuri. Still, it's pretty chill here. Do you like to hang out, or do you actually do club stuff? Ah, well, we do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured lately yet, since we only have a few, 3 members, so we kind of just loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like. But I keep thinking about a time to start, some more structured club activities. It's been a while. Blah. It's been a while by now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature club are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into? Well, I guess I'm into literature. Well, I like manga. Manga? Hey, why'd you say it like that? Yeah, I want to read the manga in the club. Wait, hold on a second. That sounds so great. After all I've been doing this, Yuri returns to the desk with a tray of teacups, which she sets down on an empty desk. After all the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that, you don't understand the nuance. I didn't mean simple like that. Well, anyway, putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature you're interested in? Well, not really. In that case, have you considered the anime club? Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. Come on, is it that big of a deal? Manga is literature, right? I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically, I get it. Look, I'll do whatever the club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. Can I just keep my manga and hang out after school? I'll do literally whatever you want me to do. That's fine, right? ... Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my god, thank you. You're the best. I have most of it crammed into my locker, so I'm just gonna start getting it, okay? Natsuki stands up. Need some help? Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker, haha. If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine. I hope we never find out then. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. Ugh, I'm such a pushover. Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun. Maybe, but I mean, she has no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation. Her tea is going to get cold. Yeah. Wait, that's not related. Well, I think everyone deserves a chance, especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she would take a liking to literature. Are you sure you don't want to read her manga, Sayori? Hey, do you think I am? Hey, who do you think I am? Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have any opinion, Yuri? Not particularly. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so... Does that mean I bother you? No, you're a pleasure to be around. Yeah, I was just fishing for a compliment. I know, but still. I really think we should give her a chance. Yeah, alright. But I am going to start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly the three of them hear a thump against the door. What was that? Sayori stands up and walks over to the door and then opens it. No, thank you. Carrying 3 boxes of what's presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack on the floor as gently as she can. That's quite the collection. Sayori giggles in excitement while catching her breath. Natsuki replies, "There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them." Monika anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. At the next club meeting, Monika is the first to arrive, but ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Why am I so nervous? Monika paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monika thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Monika forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Need help? No, I got it. Monika awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation but fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. Once dull with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright colours and cute looking artwork. You know, the top shelf's pretty empty, maybe we could keep it there. I can't reach up there, that would be too inconvenient. Yeah, but Monika sighs. The teachers are going to ask what all this manga is doing here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club. So... Monika backs off and slumps back into her desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks has been sucked right out of the room. Good afternoon. Sayori spins into the classroom. Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah. Because I have this. Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. I found some money and got a cookie. Oh, that's so pretty. As Sayori trots over to the closet, the colourful shelves catch her eye. Which one do I start with? Well, you can start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way. I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry into my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant. Boo! Defeated, Sayori unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then Yuri suddenly walks into the club room. Monika glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. Well, everyone's here now. Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively. Okay, so I think we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it would be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone? I agree. Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too. Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can give each other a person a day to share their favourite kind of literature with everyone else. Well, maybe. Something tells me that Monika glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally. You know, like we all vote on a book to read or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests rather than just stick to what things we're familiar with. Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here? Natsuki, didn't you say you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do? Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. I like Sayori's suggestion. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but... Monika's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monika finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monika have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure you don't have any other literature interests you could share with the club? I swear I don't mind if you keep your manager in here, but I just... Natsuki cuts Monika off, suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious I'm not wanted here, so I'm just going to leave. But I really would have appreciated you being more upfront about it. Okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monika a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Oh no. Sayori runs after her, leaving just Monika and Yuri. For a second time today, Monika slumps down into her desk. Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's just making me feel this way. Monika looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? I'm not good at these things. Monika sighs. Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not right to enforce the club vision. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision. You know, like, people should join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it. So maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all. Monika sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything. You can go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you. It does. It does? How? Well, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where the peace has been disturbed. Oh. Well, great. I'm just ruining the whole club then. That's not an accurate conclusion to make. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of voicing my frustration and I guess guilt. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Why is it the hardest to be rational during the times you need it the most? I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands for your club. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. The fact you're even storing it for her to make her completely indebted to you. Well, you're right, but I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and it has no place here? Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it, so I assumed you felt the same way about it. That's not true. Well, recalling her confrontations with Natsuki, a realization starts to set in. You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has nothing to do with the manga. I'm really upset that I would let myself do that. With a sigh, Monika walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colourful shelves. It's just, this really wasn't what I had in mind for a club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Monika starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monika had failed to consider before now. Where is the line even drawn to what's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the larger boxes sets and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features 4 girls striking cute and exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts. Yeah, I mean, Amused by the absurdity of the cover, Monika opens the book. Oh wait, it's just unlocked the second half. But I am noticing a big pattern with the side stories. It's fleshing out Monika's character a hell of a lot more compared to the main storyline.
Well, I'll also explain a few other things for some of the characters.
It's definitely doing Monika's character the most good, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because just knowing her from the main story, you can easily see her as just like the crazy hacked character or something. Well, at least that's how I kind of perceived her. I mean, I've always had sympathy for her character, how the third eye basically kind of fucked with her brain, but as she said herself before, she's very good at hiding what she's really feeling, which is kind of what makes her a kind of tragic villain in a way, because it's like, how to explain it? When I look at what people have said online about Doki Doki, 9 out of 10 people are more scared of Yuri than they are Monika. That's from what I've seen. That is what seems to be the common consensus online, and bloody MatPat with his theory just made that all fucking worse, because now everyone thinks Yuri is the actual dangerous one with the extra sci-fi powers and shit, when that at best that's just a theory in his words. But I still think the more accurate thing is whatever power was given to Monika, it drove her a bit mad, as it would do. But because she's the kind of person that would hide that, she hid it. And she just kind of went on with her plans and she hid it and everything, and yeah.
If she had these powers hidden for so long, then what made her bring them back all of a sudden? Like, when your character showed up in the story.
See, this is the thing. We actually don't know if she's always had the powers, or if a specific event happened that gave them to her. That's the thing. But yeah, that's another big side mystery in and of itself, of how long has Monika had that third eye, and when did it kick in, and all this. I think it happened, but I'm going with the theory at the moment that it happened between the side stories and the main game. But anyway, we shall continue. This sucks. Why is Monika such a jerk? She should be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she can find any members. Monika's usually really nice. She cares so much about everyone in a club being happy. Yeah, right. Well, she usually does. Maybe when she's not busy being so judgmental. So what if I'm into manga? Why can't just one person accept that instead of being so condescending about it? I accept it. I think it's cute. Oh, come on. That's so condescending too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I just want to support you, Natsuki sighs. I know, thanks. It just really sucks. Do you want me to talk to Monika? I don't know. It's not like she's going to change her opinion of me. Like, even if you were to convince her to back off, that would just suddenly make me feel like I was actually... bleh. That wouldn't suddenly make me feel I was suddenly actually welcome in the club. I should just find another club. Wait, you don't have to do that. We can figure this out, please. I mean, I'm the vice president, or at least I think I am. I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome and to be happy, so I want you to make that happen for you. I was wondering, what is the reason that you decided to join the literature club? Well, Natsuki hesitates. It's kind of dumb. Oh, don't say that. There's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone is welcome. I wasn't welcome. You were to me, so... ... Just don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Monika, I promise. Natsuki sighs. I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time. I can't enjoy any of the stuff I'm into without people making snotty comments about it. Not that I really care about what anyone else thinks, but you know, the signs of the literature club said that you can be yourself or whatever. So I decided it was at least worth a shot. But that was a lie, apparently. Natsuki dejectedly kicks the toe of her shoe against the wall. Oh, and I like Raiden too. Really? How come you didn't say that to Monika? Because She was just being so judgmental that I didn't want to tell her something she wanted to hear. She didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction. And if she knew I was into writing, then she would just be like everyone else and try to push me away from the manga in favour of more the mature thing. The two of them remain silent for a moment. Saru understands it's out of the question for Natsuki to return to the club room for today at least, but Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club just like everyone else. It's part of the club's vision for her to be welcome. You deserve to express yourself as much as anyone else does. That's supposed to be what the club is for. So, I'm going to do everything I can to fix this. I promise. It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria and hallway are bustling with students rustling to meet with their friends and make the most of the break time. Where could she be? Among them is Monika, who always eats lunch in her classroom, but she has some additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monika decided to try to find her during lunch so that she could make amends. After searching for an extensive time, Monika finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out from a crowd. Oh gosh. Suddenly feeling awkward, Monika is afraid to get closer. Natsuki is with some friends whom Monika doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting together. It would be really tactless to just interrupt them. Oh yeah, I didn't end up joining that literature club or what? Huh, of course I joined. Why wouldn't I? Ha, I told you she wouldn't join. Ah, come on, you know she's only joined because you wouldn't stop giving a crap about the anime club. I told you I never even wanted to join the stupid club. Oh sure. Well, you have to give us some credit for at least making the effort to finally grow past that trash. Ah, true. Well, congrats on finally graduating to middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you. Shut up and let me do my thing. I'm just joking. You know we love you. Yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your work. What, you're gonna buy her a smutty fan fiction? Well, obviously I wanted a signed copy. That was like years ago. You don't think I've grown up out of that by now? I told you I was joking. Besides, it's good to remind her how far you've come since then. Not to mention you couldn't have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it. Yeah, sure. They grew up so fast it brings a tear to my eye. Natsuki suddenly glances in Monika's direction, prompting Monika to quickly turn away and distance herself. What the heck? That was horrible. I should have said something to defend her. Why do I have to be so conflict avoidant? Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them after the way I treated her. I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right. After school ends, Monika distractedly makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri already inside, eyes on a book as usual. Monika picks a desk and slumps into it, something she seems to be doing rather often lately. Yuri, I don't think I can be club president. I suck at handling anything that doesn't go, exactly my way. Yuri looks up from her book. It's like the literature club is a place you can get to express yourself, unless it's in a way that I don't like. I'm so mad about myself. And I'm especially mad that I don't have the self-reflection skills to realise what I was doing. So much for maturity. I'm sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. It's just a lot on my mind. No. I enjoy listening. Really? Why? Yuri shrugs. It just makes me feel nice. Oh well, okay, I guess I'll just continue then. Yuri nods. Yeah. Natsuki has kind of a blunt attitude, you know? It makes me feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to know what join. I saw her friends talking to her in the hallway during lunch, and they were just so mean to her. Telling her to grow up and stuff like that the literature club will help her grow out of her manga. It just made me sound mad, just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Why are you trying to take that away from her? And when I heard that thought, it was like I came to the realization that I was kind of doing the same thing, just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, it was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it all. I even did that with you, Yuri, when you first joined the club. You did? Yeah, I remember. Fantasy isn't really my thing, so I was kind of trying to dismiss it, but then Saru jumped in and took over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I'd let Saru handle it instead. But now I'm repeating the same mistakes, except I've really hurt someone this time. Monika shakes her head. I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with. It's so stupid. I can just picture how much joy it will bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry that her friends were treating her like that. I'm going to get them back for it. Get them back? Yeah. I'll get them back by making sure this is the literary club that Natsuki wants, not the one that they want. Suddenly Sayori bursts through the door, making Monika and Yuri jump. With a rare stern face, she marches over to Monika's desk and sits down next to her. I'm having an intervention. I can do that because I'm vice president. Is this about Natsuki? Yes. Yeah, I know. I messed up. I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it. Really? I was so dismissive of her passion that she felt threatened, and probably just unwelcome. Literally the opposite of what the literary club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her. Oh. Yay, I did it! Haha, thanks for the intervention, Sayori. I'm glad we're on the same page. My work here is done, but you didn't do anything.
Farewell!
Friendship wins again. So how do you want to make up for her? I have a plan. Sorry, do you know if Natsuki is coming to the club meeting today? I don't think she is. I see. Monika was afraid that, not because of the plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage that she's inevitably caused. But the only way to do that right thing is to face it head on. It's just so easy to duck away from conflict and wait for it to blow over. But that's not enough. To truly respect someone's feelings after you hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. Not the wrongdoing of mismanaging the club, but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings. Okay, do you think you can get her to come to the meeting tomorrow? I can do that. Okay, awesome. Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener. Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri turns away to hide a smile. Well, I guess for today I'm going to be pretty quiet meeting. I'm going to step out for a bit, is that okay? Yeah, I'm just going to read with Yuri. Hey, is this one of Natsuki's books? How come it's out here? Sari picks up a manga that was resting on an adjacent desk. Oh, that? Natsuki probably just left it out by accident. But I thought she hasn't been coming to the club. Actually, Monika's been... Okay, Yuri, I'm sure it was just someone else was just using this classroom then, okay? I'll try that sentence again. Okay, Yuri, I'm sure it was just someone else who was using this classroom then, okay? ... Monika smiles at them both. Then with a wave, she exits the club room. I really shouldn't have left that out. If Sayori catches on, she would definitely tell Natsuki and that would get really awkward. Now, I wonder if there's a keyboard I can borrow from the music room. It's time for the next club meeting. The time for the next club meeting has already arrived. Monika and Yuri are first to arrive. I'm so worried. Do you think Sayori is going to be able to bring Natsuki? Yes. How do you know? ... Well, she's Sayori. You know, you're right. Time slowly passes. Monika sits, then stands up to pace around and sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then the door finally opens. Sayori marches inside. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room. We're here! Welcome back. Monika, the club president, stands up and greets them with a smile. Sayori picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monika is struck with a nostalgic feeling. She would stand at the front of a club room just like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be. Each with their own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monika had admittedly so vaguely advertised. Seeking trust, understanding, respect. What new lessons will the future hold for the Literature Club? Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Monika takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Okay everyone, the Literature Club is starting. We have an activity planned for today. Monika turns around to face the chalkboard. On it writes manga in big letters. Today we're going to learn from an expert about a unique form of literature, manga. Oh come on, isn't this kind of forced? I know you don't actually want to do this, so just... Monika shakes her head. Natsuki, this is the hardest part. After making it this far, it would be so easy to just smile and move on, but that's not enough, not this time. I'm sorry. It was wrong for me to not take you seriously when you were kind enough to show interest in my club. I thought about it and I realized how biased I was against manga. It caused me to disrespect you and I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to change your passion with us. So, can I make it up to you? Well, thanks, but I know you're only doing this because Sayori told you to. Wait, that's not true. Monika planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. I was witness to that as well. This is the Literature Club. The Literature Club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our differences. It's my vision to let us freely express that. It's my goal to respect everyone for them. So I just want to learn about the things that make you happy. I think they deserve to share that joy as much as everyone else does. Is that okay? Natsuki looks away and hesitates. But it's really dumb. The stuff I'm into, Monika smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye. If you like it, then it's not dumb. Oh, except for me. Sayori, you're not dumb either. What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga. Only because you admitted that it's literature after all. Natsuki stands up. Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. I'm kind of a pro. But I didn't want you to like me just for that. Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki. Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anyway, right? It's about manga, so I hope you're ready. A week has passed since Natsuki's returning to the Literature Club. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share some of their favourite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Monika approaches Natsuki on the way out. Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or something? Me? No, not particularly. Why? Oh, there was just something that I wanted to show you if you had a few minutes. Sure, what is it? It's not in here. Can you follow me into the music room? The music room? Why? Well, you'll see. Ooh, new background. Hello, budget. You know, I was thinking back. When the club was just me and Sayori, we would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. We cared a lot about it being a place where people could express themselves. And she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make the club that I needed myself more than anyone. But I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that. It's because you really taught me a lot about myself, like things that I was probably always too stubborn to admit. Oh, come on, you can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. I just brought a bunch of manga and then I got fussy when I didn't have my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it. No, I honestly needed it. If you didn't express that you were hurt, you would never realise that I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected. ... It's just really hard to feel that way sometimes. You know, I really shouldn't care about what other people think in the first place. But when you're just criticised by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can get really hard to just brush it off. And it makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. Like I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. Am I being too entitled if I just want people to like me without me having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself? I don't think I am. I just wish that sometimes people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am. As Monika listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her and how naturally they did so. How long has it been fighting against that, refusing to change for others? I could only wish I was as strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. I'm always trying to come off as perfect as for other people. Anytime there's a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it's thanks to you I've really started thinking about this stuff. You've really inspired me to start working on it. But like you said, I didn't even do anything. You were just being yourself, that's all you needed to do. Also, there's something else. Monika takes a breath. The thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga. What? What the heck? Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry, I think I just felt kind of embarrassed to admit it after I gave you such a hard time about it. I can't believe you of all people are reading manga behind my back. That's so funny. Yeah, well, I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but I ended up reading a whole bunch of it. But I mean, one of the characters was in a literature club. What are the chances, right? You're reading Parfait Girls? Well, you have good taste. Just one volume. And I kind of just picked it out randomly. Well, you have good intuition then. You have to tell me all your favourite parts. Hahaha. Well, I think it was some kind of weird fate, because the character isn't just in a literature club, she also plays piano. It's just weird because I've always wanted to learn piano. She was like the perfect person that I always wished I was. If I just wished I was, if I just did what I wanted instead of always second guessing myself. Monika walks over to the piano and sits down. It's that artwork we saw in the trailer, kind of. I always felt like I should only share my absolute best parts of myself, the parts that will impress people and make them like me more. But after you joined the club, I really realised how self-destructive that mentally is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allows us to share emotions. And I just feel like I wanted to show you this, because if it wasn't for you, I never would have started playing. Hey, I think the credit for that one goes to Parfait Girls, not me. No, but maybe it's true that Parfait Girls put the thought into my head. But it was still you who inspired me to keep practicing every day. Every day? I mean, I still haven't been practicing for very long, and I'm really not any good at it like it at all. But I wrote a song for the club, and I worked really, really hard on it. It doesn't have any words or anything yet, but, well, yeah. That sounds kind of like the theme tune, but slightly different. Oh, I see what it is. This is like a piano version of the theme tune from like the updated version of the game.
So a brand new, like, what would you call it again? A new form of showing it? Not exactly the right word for that. I was gonna say like a new orchestrated version of it.
Oh, instrumental. Well,
Yeah.
Well, instrumental implies that there's a version with lyrics, but according to Monika, there isn't one yet, so... This is very cute. But they do make you jump through but this is all very cute and wholesome, but they make you jump through a shit ton of hoops to be able to see this prequel stuff. Has to be said.
I mean, it's fine and all. Like, it gives them more time to actually explain the characters and how they were back then before, everything started happening all of a sudden.
But I suppose you could argue that, like, casual players wouldn't necessarily want to see this stuff. This is more of a reward for persistence, I guess. At least that's how I see it, I suppose.
Yeah.
That is all. That was so good. It was? Yeah, are you kidding? You're like already a pro. Haha, not even close. Does the song have a name? You said it was about the club, so... Yeah. It's called My Song Your Note, because everyone brings something so unique to the club. It's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think. But it was like such a I was like such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me, it should be about everyone. And it's about all of you who helped shape the club into what it is. I would never change that. Well, I think that's really thoughtful. And kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation. I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club. It makes me feel like I should have probably apologised too. I think I was just really fed up with lots of things and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So yeah, I really didn't mean to take it out on you. I was being really immature. If you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right. It's fine. I'm in the past. It's fast. I'm in past it too. I think we're already even. But it's really sweet that you're thinking about it. It takes a lot of maturity to reflect on things like that. Well, I wonder who I got it from. Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room. You did admit that it's a form of literature. You totally can't back on that now. Back up on that now. You got me the closet, it's all yours. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll bring you a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return. What kind of little something? Oh, you'll see. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. The next club meeting ends up being a particularly tasty one. Cupcakes, I see. Huh. That was like watching the end of the start of an anime. Like when you got all the main characters together and the stage is set. Which tells me there's still plenty more to do, but wow, ladies and gentlemen, you're still here. Thank you so much. But we still have more to do, but that's coming in another video. My voice needs a break between these, so this is Skay saying I will see you again next time. Bye!